that even English? What the fuck did you just say? I heard like bush,
I don't know.
obscene words or something like that.
It's 3 a.m., bro. I'm tired.
3 a.m. in the morning.
It's 3 a.m.
What are we here to review today? Fuck, I always forget that.
Well, it's kind of funny too. Oh shit, no. We gotta make it to 6 a.m., bro. Because that's the time that you gotta make it to in the game.
Oh, 6 a.m.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
So 3 hour.
You go from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m.
So we need to have like 3 hours of buffer right now.
Yeah.
And then
we'll start the actual episode.
Then we start
we'll
the
start
actual review
the
portion.
review
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that works out.
And then
And then I can actually figure out what we're reviewing in that time.
yeah. Which is hilarious.
Oh wait. I remembered.
What?
Five Nights at Freddy's Pooh. Or 2, sorry, 2. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Did I like it? I don't know. I just called it Pooh, so.
Pooh. Well, it is.
I am Leon, joined again with Marty.
Hey.
And yeah, we're reviewing Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I remembered.
Yeah.
And it's actually a movie I haven't really been looking forward to. Spoiled it. And also, this is something that we went to a 10:30 p.m. showing of and got back very late. So we're going to be going right in the spoilers with this one. Spoiled it right from the start. Kind of like the classic original episodes if you've been with us all this entire time. But because there's kind of like the last movie we reviewed too, which was Jay Kelly with The Dawn. There's kind of a lot of things I feel like we just can't even really talk about this with this movie without going into spoilers, wouldn't you say?
No, I mean you could talk
like
about
little character appearances and like little Easter eggs and stuff. Like, yes, we could beat around the bush and do like a non-spoiled it review portion, but
you'd be doing
there's so
yourself
much
an
we'd have to
injustice.
dance around.
You just might as well just go ahead and start letting it rip.
Yeah,
so. Spoiler
exactly.
warning.
Because otherwise, like, we're just telling you what is basically the plot, which I feel like is very bare bones.
Very bare bones. If I can remember at 3 a.m. as I'm baked.
I mean, what was the plot of the first one?
God, why would you ask me that?
I don't even remember. Like, we were going back into this and, like, the characters. And I remember Josh Hutcherson
no, I got
or
some
whatever.
stuff. Yeah.
That chick character.
He's Mike, I think, right? Isn't he supposed to be Mike? He's supposed to be the character from the first
any of their
film.
names.
From the first
Yeah,
game.
Mike.
He's Mike. No, yeah, Mike. Who's
So I remember him.
The player of the first game.
I remember him from the first one, but I kind of remember him because I was like, man, this guy sucks. Like, I feel like he just sucked at life, basically, in that first one.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little... And it's kind of continued in this, where it's kind of Peter Parker-ish, where it's like... He always, like, grabs, like... He finally gets the margarita, and it's an empty glass cup.
I feel like they did give him more to do, or he wasn't as just, like, pathetic in this one.
It is one of those situations where he always gets the shit end of the stick a little bit of the time. Not always, but, like, it feels a little bit like that. It's not too extreme, but...
Like how he just got wrapped into this whole thing, essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I remember his sister, right?
Yes, Abby from the first film. Yeah, she was in the first film.
I remember her too. I do not remember that Vanessa chick or whatever.
She was in the first film.
I know.
She's the one that killed.
Was she in that cop outfit that that they showed her in that brief portion? Because I feel like when they did that, I was like, okay, I feel like maybe I'm starting to remember her slightly. But otherwise, I did not.
My first introduction
really.
to her was in Security Breach, which is a spin-off game, or like not a spin-off game. It's a sequel game.
Okay.
For Five Nights at Freddy's. It's like one of the first 3D ones that they did with where you can like open world explore.
Oh, okay.
So
was that an early one too?
That was one of the ones that they released on the PlayStation, I think.
Oh, okay. Like PS4 or
yeah,
whatever, like when they
PlayStation
first
4
started going to consoles.
Yeah.
One of the other things that we should also say with this is that, like, I am not a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. Like, I didn't play the games, and, like, I was not a fan of the first film.
And I'll say that I was a Five Nights at Freddy's fan like during this
the
era,
peak era
during this
of
era,
these, kind of what they're covering in
what they're
terms of,
covering
like,
in terms
the
of like
points
content,
in the game,
yeah.
essentially.
And I gotta say too, I'm not a lore buff. I don't know all the lore,
Yeah.
so don't expect me to get it all right. I'm just saying that ahead of time. I'm
But you
gonna
kind
get
of know
things
the
wrong.
characters.
But I
and
know
stuff.
somewhat of the basis, and like I know the game mechanics, and there were things that I saw, like that definitely like in the film that I was like, okay, this speaks to a Five Nights at Freddy's like fan.
Which I think is what happened kind of with the first one too,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense because it's the same director and writer.
Yep.
The director's
Is it Scott?
No, it's not. It's Emma Tammy, who I've never heard of.
Scott Cawthorne wrote it though.
Yeah, he wrote it.
And he, I mean, the writing. I don't know how much he wrote it per se, because like it might just be like.
You know what I'll say about it? It definitely joins all those other movies that we've talked about this year of having like one of those like intros that makes you go like, oof.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
about to get into a piece of shit, ain't I? Like
it definitely. Well, I mean, okay, so the only
the girl talking to the parents or
that
whatever.
was
we were straight up laughing.
I was
in the
laughing
theater.
at
we
that
were like,
because
what
it's
the
just
fuck?
like 3 parents out of nowhere,
3
just like
parents in a row. Like,
sweetie, the adults are talking.
I love how it's
Go
just,
away.
I love how it's just one right after
like-
the other too. Like they just went like bam, bam, bam with like each of her
But
with her talking to each of those parents, and they were each just the biggest asshole. Like,
they were such fucking. Oh, dude, it's just like, dude.
they were just like almost like condescending in
Yeah,
a way.
wicked.
Too. Like I was just like, what the fuck? Like this is just so. It was just weird writing, right?
It's
Like, where
it's
that
one
was
of those
just-
things where it's like you kind of don't have a story if you don't have conflict, or like not conflict, but like
It just seemed way overplayed though. Like, where
oh,
it was
yeah, it's super
laughable.
campy.
Yeah,
It's
where it was
over
laughable.
the top camp.
Yeah.
It's super camp.
Do you think that's intended though, or do you think that's just
Maybe
okay?
it could be. I mean, it seems like it is.
Do you think Scott Cawthon or whatever was capable of that, or do you think that like that's just a kind of a case of like someone that is like maybe not a script writer,
No,
but like it clearly made an amazing idea
yeah.
of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's
Yeah.
you know, it's a film. They're making films of it now, and the first one was very successful.
If you're not familiar with
Games
what
were
Five
very
Nights at Freddy's
successful.
is, it is a kids horror game. It's like Bendy, which is another kids horror game. You know, I mean, there's dark concepts
or like
in
Luigi's Mansion,
but
like
it's
maybe
very
rather than
held
for
back.
E or E10 plus, it's like T.
Right.
Not
it's
M-
it's
not
more
M,
mature.
though.
It's like it's not mature. It's like more
Yeah.
T. So
Yeah.
it's rated T for teen. But still,
As
again,
this movie is PG-13,
right,
just like
right.
the first one was.
And again, like, you know, I don't think it necessarily needs a lot of gore. I think that this film had some gore,
No, I
gore that
think
didn't
this-
make sense, some
I
gore
think this
that
absolutely needs gore. Actually,
I think it would benefit greatly, but I don't think it needs it. I think it can work without it. Like
I think it just needed some blood, even or something.
it had
Like, was
some
just
blood. It just
weird that,
wasn't-
like,
it
even
wasn't long
scenes
enough.
Of like people getting their heads crushed in, like there was not even any blood. We heard like, but like it's like
you see like some splash against the glasses, but like
Yeah.
there's not really. They have to very tamely kind of do it,
which
which
then
is
leads to a whole
it
other
doesn't
conversation on like how stupid like the rating guidelines are, because it's like, so what's the deal? Like you just can't use the color red from what I've heard, because Predator Badlands they had gore, but it was like green and blue, so they were just like, oh well, it doesn't matter, it's not red. It's not-
Yeah.
It's like, what
yeah,
are the rules?
it is that. It is
Yeah.
exactly that. It's
But then they had like water that was filled with blood and shit like that, like in the
Mhm.
movie. I'm just like, these rating guidelines are so
it
stupid.
it is very all over the place, and it
Yeah.
feels like arbitrary nitpicky decisions that people somewhere in
I
the
just think-
studio are being like, you can't do that.
I think
and you
you're
can't do
right
that,
about like
and
it
you
doesn't
can't do
need to
that.
be R, but I think they should have pushed the PG-13 as much as
100%.
they could have with this, which they
100%.
did not do.
And that's why my rating, and I won't give that rating out yet, but my rating is a little lower because like I think they could have pushed the envelope a little bit. And do I think they did a little bit from the first movie? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I think from the first movie they pushed the envelope a little bit more, and I think that worked.
And I'll
But
say I did not like the first one, but like this was slightly improvement. Still kind of a failing movie to me though, honestly. But like
there's like
I
3
will
scenes I
always
love in
talk
the first
about
movie.
The things I
That's it.
like think they did a good job with, and I guess to get into that, one of the things I'll say they did a great job with here is like the animatronics and stuff, like how we talked about how most of that's practical. It looks great. It almost pains me to say that though, because like I just feel like they do nothing with.
Well, that's the
them
Jim
and
Henson
stuff, though.
studio doing good work, as they
Yeah.
always do. I mean, the people there are fantastic. They know what they're doing. They know how to make great props, and like,
But just the fact that so much of this has just been like the girl like being friends with them and stuff, and then like
that
I don't know, it's just weird. And then I don't understand that completely because of like
I don't really remember. I mean, again, I'm not a lore buff, so I don't know. But like,
can you tell me this? So there was like the chica that she was talking to throughout most of this movie, but then I feel like you discover that is that this is where I'm just confused.
that chica, the
Was it an
chica,
evil one?
yeah, the toy chica is the name of it. They're the toy variants, the shiny
that was like
ones.
those new ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the original versions.
Of them.
Of them, not like later down the story you'll find out that's not the case. But in this current iteration or era of Five Nights at Freddy's, those are the original. This is the original
They were like
pizzeria.
the original ones in the pizzeria or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
And the ones that you see that are like withered in the back that Mike's character runs into and fights it off against.
It's just
those ones are the prototypes that I guess were originally the one. I don't know. Those are the prototypes, I guess.
it's just so sad to me though, because like I feel like there's like imagery with the series and stuff that like really is fucking creepy like that and stuff like.
There's a lot of really good shots.
Yeah.
They kill it with and like again, that's the practical.
But then
like,
the rest of the movie, like with how light it is and just like
it's strung together
not-
weird.
You're not scared at all or like anything.
The pacing's like off in some certain areas, and like again, like it benefits to some degree, and it doesn't. I think like some areas it really works, some others it, like I mean.
Well, this is basically about her missing her friends from the original.
From the first.
And basically Josh Hutcherson's character and her like live in a house together.
Yep.
And basically, you know, he's still
Trying to keep
still
a normal
taking
life.
care of her, like trying to have a normal life and everything. And he's like kind of lied to her, telling her like, I don't know why the fuck he did this too. Like, this is kind of a dipshit move. Like, let me repair them someday or something. It's like, why the fuck would you tell them that after
Yeah, I don't
everything
know.
that happened? What?
I guess to maybe console her for some. I don't know. That was a dumb move. It
He
definitely.
did a lot of dipshit moves. Now that I'm still
He's not-
he's still an idiot.
He's
in
not a
this,
smart
but
character for sure.
I feel like he was really dumb in the first one.
No,
Or
he
really
he
just
was very
pathetic.
dumb. I think he's a little better in this one, but like he can't even tie a tie.
It's mainly towards
bro.
the end.
Like he can't even tie a tie.
Do you think it's mainly because of the end where he's better in this one, where they like actually kind of give him something to do, like, and it's really an homage to like the game? It's from what you were kind of saying with like him being at the computer and then putting the thing on.
That scene was fantastic. I mean,
figured,
the
for, like,
pacing was a little weird at certain points because like, but like it does work because that's how the game did it too. Because the animatronic might be there and like in your vicinity, but it's not gonna attack you just yet. Like you have like a few seconds to do a few things before it attacks.
To me, that was a better part. I felt like.
That was the best part of the film, in my
Yeah.
opinion, because that was like where I, as a fan of the original game, playing it when it first came out, when Five Nights at Freddy's 2 came out, and I played it for the first time.
Yeah.
That scene just totally like I was locked in. Yeah, that was good. But then it gets interrupted by like fucking bake shit, and I'm like, no, go back to the good stuff. I want to see the fucking pizzeria and all the good, like, you know, I don't care about the other. I don't care about the science fair. I don't care about this fucking
that was
asshole
so
teacher.
fucking stupid.
Like, get
That
this
you
teacher.
know is gonna die.
Yeah, and I knew it from the beginning. Didn't I say
Yeah.
it the moment like
No,
he
I
showed
did
up? I was
too.
like,
too
I
much
can't
of a
wait to see this
dick.
guy die.
Well, he was too much of a dick, but like we said, those parents at the beginning were dicks too.
Yes.
But there becomes a certain ratio in a movie where you're like, okay, this character's been in the movie for more than 2 minutes. Okay, yeah, they've had too many lines. Like they're gonna, if they show up even for another minute or so, like they're gonna keep being a dick. They're gonna die at some point. Like,
Yeah.
you know, those ones at the beginning don't count because they were just like very quick.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was different parents 3 in a row though. But this guy kept showing up, kept being a dick. It was like I've seen this actor before too, Wayne Knight or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What has he been in though?
I don't know. Can you
That's what I'm
please tell me?
saying.
Because
Yeah,
I
let's
kept
look.
I hear his voice and I'm like, I know him
I know.
from somewhere super, like.
Seinfeld.
Oh
Yeah.
no shit! Of course.
Jurassic Park.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
It's definitely
Yeah,
Seinfeld.
those are the two things I think I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like the biggest dickhead teacher in this. Just for no reason. Like this girl, even though like
no reason at all. Like,
even
dude,
though-
no reason. There's no reason to be this mean. She, like her stuff is not that bad, and he's like, "You're gonna cost us our title."
yeah,
And it's like, dude, who gives a fuck?
it was
about
actually
your
pretty
title?
good. Actually,
Your shit's good.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, at the start,
he's got.
he still shouldn't have
issues.
done it at the start, like what he said and everything. But at the start, you know,
Seeing
she
his
was
head
still
get crushed was super.
she was still
satisfying.
learning. Oh yeah,
That was super
but
satisfying.
she was still learning at the start, and like it did look a little like more shitty. But not that you should ever shit on her. Still, she's
No.
learning or whatever.
No.
But like, she actually did eventually make good shit, and then he still is a fucking dick. Like he literally grabs that shit and goes like, "Oh, let me bring it to the table." Oh, drops it like
yeah.
just breaks on the ground. Like you're just like, okay, like this dude's a fucking.
I knew it too. The
asshole.
moment he took it from her hands, I was like, "This asshole's about to drop
Oh
this thing
yeah,
right on the
you know he's gonna
fucking
do
ground."
nothing good.
Ah, dude, so heartbreaking.
I see this has dropped down into the failing grade too for like the averages for people kind of.
Yeah, it's like a
ratings
5.9 right now.
Yeah.
6. That's what I'm saying. It's between like a 6 and like a 7ish right now for me, just because
I think it's like really on the cusp of like almost being like passable.
yeah, it's like a little bit. It's passable for me.
Yeah.
I'd watch it again, honestly.
But like I said, and like we acknowledged, like I'm sure for me, that's also because of not being a fan and everything, and not being able to appreciate the references and
Right.
everything. But one of the other things I think they did well with this, I think this is actually what do you think? Can you guess what you think I think they did best with this?
Is it a specific scene?
No, like kind of like a category or something, like direction or sound or blah, 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 or whatever.
Ooh, I don't know. I liked the soundtrack a lot for like specific scenes, not for everything.
Close.
Because like I liked
It's not that, but it's kind of close to something like that.
the way that the like thuds and the impacts
Yeah,
of things, like when the animatronics would come out.
sound, yeah. That was fucking
That
great.
was really good.
Like I could feel it on the rail and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Like,
which was
do you remember
actually
there was one scene in particular I was like, oh, like
Yeah.
it scared. It kind of it didn't scare me, but it like kind of just got me tense and like fucking.
I will say they
um,
did actually.
When the girl in the beginning is running from him as she's being chased down the hall, and like she's got like the boy in her arms, and you hear him like stomping up behind her,
Oh,
and, like
yeah,
getting
yeah,
closer and like
yeah.
faster and closer.
Yeah, no,
and,
there
like,
was a couple points where it was like really like you felt it. Like
I was like, oh my
like,
god, dude,
felt it on the
that's
floor. You especially
My
felt it on that
heart's
rail
pumping
sitting in
thinking
front of
about it.
us, like in that row that we were in and everything. Where it was just like, holy shit, like. But yeah, I will say they did an amazing job with that, but I think it also helps that like, and this always varies sometimes. I think depending on the theater we go to, and also just like what's showing and who's working, I guess, and everything. But like, I feel like sometimes like they turn it up to 10 almost. And
Yeah.
I love when
I love it
do
when they do
that.
that. Yeah,
And like I think we got that tonight, which honestly, like I said, like I'm
It
glad
works.
I'm glad there was something good that I liked about it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But to me that was like really one of the only things that like really stood out to me where I was like that was fantastic in that you know what I mean?
I mean, set design for me
Everything
was
else-
definitely like not anywhere, but like the only place that the set design really stood out to me was the pizzerias.
You know what I'll say about that though?
What?
Like and I'm glad you felt that way, but I don't even think that was that great because
You don't think so?
like I started getting confused
on
maybe
what
it's
location.
because I'm not a fan. Yeah, like what one they were at.
Well, I could tell.
And then also, like I said to you, like
yeah.
then it just started opening up all of these sort of just these completely stupid fucking.
It does
plot
open
hole
some
things
plot holes because it's like, wow,
where-
is this like 10 minutes down the road?
That's what I said. Yeah, remember I said that to you, where I was like, okay, so there's an original location, like another like one that
And they
like
just happen
Josh
to live-
Hutcherson just didn't know about this, and then not only that, but it's so close that the girl is able to ride her bike to it. So that must mean it's like
The way I see it is
must mean it's within like 30 minutes at least.
the way I see it is you really
Like,
can't
what
think of
the
it too
fuck?
hard because like think of it like Derry, like it and like Stephen King's like you know what I mean. It's like you're kind of telling a horror story for like the sake of like you're like it's a town that is like it's not the town that's haunted in this case, but like
Well, no, it's another stupid thing to me, but like, and I hate to almost sound like a nitpick and stuff because I feel like a lot of time, I think these things I'm about to say are really shit would be passable and could because they're atmospheric if it was actually a good plot and stuff. But since it's not, it actually
so
seems
strung
to
together.
add to it more, like as like a negative. You know what I mean?
yeah.
If it actually had a good plot, like these things, you like I said, you would just be like, oh, it added such great atmosphere, or whatever. But like this thing I'm about to nitpick is exactly like that. Like how they go into these abandoned Five Nights at Freddy's where the power's still on, but it's somehow completely dark in there where like you can barely see, but yet there's lights on everywhere and shit. And I'm like, this makes no sense. Like,
yeah.
like there's clearly lights on basically everywhere around here, but yet it's so dark in here. And
Yeah.
like
And I mean it's
like where
it's
some
it's
aren't working or
animatronics
some- I
becoming
don't-
haunted and coming to life. You really can't put too
No,
much
but
like
but that's what I'm saying is like at the same time part of my brain, part of me saying like fuck off, like
it's
that
very
too.
Scooby-Doo-esque in a way
But
too.
it goes back to what I just said, where I think it would be excusable and almost atmospheric if it was a good plot.
Yeah, and the
It
plot's
was
just not.
absolutely terrible.
The
and
plot-
these characters aren't really memorable. The only one that like you kind of like, but like I don't. But even that, like, I feel like it's more just I don't know, like the girl or whatever. Like I feel like the girl like is just like innocent or sweet or whatever, but like she's really not like a fucking. She seems like a nice kid, like
Yeah,
really what they
Abby,
say at the
yeah.
beginning of the movie. It just seems like a sweet kid or
Yeah.
whatever, and it's just like not really a deep character at all, though.
No. And like
And she got like, you know, I think the reason she got sick from those orange gummies was because they were Josh Hutcherson's like THC gummies.
oh, you really shouldn't have eaten
He
those.
came home and like fucking like he found the package and it was empty and he was just like,
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh,
bro.
did she eat all of those?
Dude,
And then she was just throwing up and shit. That's canon.
that's
That's
yeah,
what happened.
that's
with that
canon.
in my mind.
Yeah.
And then he just keeps addressing it like to this day.
Oh
trying to-
yeah, those.
Yeah, remember when you
um,
got sick off those? Totally, yeah.
Totally can't,
They were
yeah.
shitty ones, I guess, huh? Not THC.
the one of my favorite scenes of this film for sure was definitely, or maybe effects. I don't know. It anytime the marionette had possessed somebody, I really loved like the eyes and like the way that the arms were like creepy. The body had changed. Oh my god, it was so creepy.
That marionette thing like seemed kind of interesting. It's designed to me like
Yeah.
the marionette itself or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a really
I
interesting
was not
lore.
as big of a fan as like how they looked actually.
The possessed characters. I thought that was so cool. I love like the eyes being like glowing and like the
Yeah.
mouth being weirdly like wide and creepy and like the like
Yeah.
arms being lanky and
I didn't dislike that, but I just thought it was like I don't know, maybe it's just like because like it kind of borders on that like possession horror trope and everything, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, where it's kind of like its own spin on that.
It's definitely new. I'll tell you that. That was not anywhere in the game.
Really?
No. God no.
Okay. So do you think it was them
at least not that I
Do you think it
remember.
was them trying to bring it into that sort of direction of like the
I think
that
part
trope?
of it. I think like maybe it was their take on like because like I think maybe there might be like a lore where marionette somehow did possess people with whatever. I don't know the lore enough to tell you yay or nay, but it not that I remember.
Some Five Nights at Freddy's fucking super fan out there right now, shaking
fucking
his
wrong.
head.
You're fucking wrong.
Marty, he doesn't know
You
shit
no
about
idea.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
We're never watching this again.
God, he's one of those OG fans, isn't he?
I signed off after I still play though. Like I've played the recent one too. Like I played and
What's
that was
the recent one called?
God, what was it called? Secret of the Mimic.
Huh.
It was called Secret. That was a good one. It was another open world one, but again, it was weird. It was
You know what
very.
else was weird? Why did she have that like little like fucking friend in school, like that little boy or whatever?
Yeah, they're probably
They didn't
setting
do
up a
anything with that.
third,
Yeah.
so that he can appear with that. I don't know.
A character that's gonna
they kind of
appear
set up
in-
that other guy too that was
Oh, his
involved with the
friend.
marionette.
Yeah.
No, the father.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
One thing I want to point out, which was a very unique moment for this film. I did not anticipate them doing this at all. Was they showed Baby, which is the circus. She was the one that, so in the dream that Vanessa's having when she's like puts the toys out and she sees her dad chasing her and she turns into a kid again and she runs into the closet in her dad's room and closes the door and hides in the closet. She turns and sees an animatronic look at her. That's like looks like a clown. That's called that animatronic is specifically, her name is Baby, and I don't know the lore exactly 100% for sure, but like I know that's sister location. That's like the sister location game, and I was not expecting them to like dive into that level because that's spin-off
So they're
stuff.
they're setting up
plenty
of stuff,
plenty
for them
of
to
extra
do in
stuff.
future stuff.
And that shit's really fucked. That's real horror shit, because like that deals with Ballora and like a couple other really fucking creepy ass animatronics.
I'm trying to think if there's any other positives I even want to talk about with this.
Which they also showed Ballora. That was the weirdly enough the music box that the dad makes, for the marionette.
Yeah.
The new one, the new
how
music
he ends
box.
up like getting her free. Abby.
Yeah, that
when she
music
gets
box
possessed.
in that scene when he frees her, it shows the music box and the little doll that's like doing like the spin.
Yeah.
The ballerina.
Yeah.
That's the animatronic.
Oh, okay.
From sister location, not the same one not Baby, but the
different
Ballora. That's like a ballerina. Fucking.
Well, I don't know if I really have much more positive to say about this, but that leads perfectly into one thing that I'll say is a negative for this. And I know this probably wasn't for you as a fan, but I don't know, maybe it is like this almost has like that overstuffed sort of feeling to me where like they were shoving way too many references or Easter egg characters and shit into this and everything where I was like, what the fuck? And then like even like I know like, and that's basically what I inferred, but like I had to infer it all. But like,
if you're not somebody who knows
the toy
anything,
version or whatever, like
it won't make sense.
Yeah, like the toy versions, I figured those were the versions that were like evil versions, and then like the original
they're being
ones,
controlled by the marionette.
The original ones were kind of separate or whatever.
Yeah, they're separate. They're being controlled by.
But
ghosts.
it was just so stupid to me, also how like. There's just so many plot holes.
It's
in
a
this
lot
movie,
of it's a lot of convoluted.
Like
big
how they
shit.
went back, and like, or how Abby went to that location
and they weren't
didn't
there.
come out, and then he went,
and
then he went in and like comforted her, and then he went back later, and then was like, "Come on, if you're actually here, like come out," and they actually fucking did end up coming out.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, what?
But then it killed them because they can't be out of the building.
Yeah. And they tried to have like a whole like Toy Story moment there or something, and I was like, I do not give a shit about. I don't even kind of know what fuck's going on.
Yeah, they also had like a it was kind of like a Avengers moment kind of where like they all like turned and like looked at the camera, and I was like, this is a little
they definitely
campy.
Tried to do something
but
kind of like
I was for it.
Team movie.
I was kind of for it because it's like again, it's not made for me anymore. You know what I mean? I might have been the original, and like I noticed a lot of things that I could appreciate from the originals. But again, like this is a different type of audience now, And like the other thing too is like the
That's what you gotta wonder with any movie too. Is like, who is this for? Like, even if you don't like it or whatever, like, who is it for? Also, and like, I think we're gonna give obviously our own personal opinions as we have been doing, but I think a lot of like people, like kids and stuff that are just getting into horror, like, this is a good segue film.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a good film, it's shit, but like, when you're a kid, that doesn't really matter. And like, if you want to if basically what they want and what you want is to not scare the shit out of them, but start preparing them with like jump scare kind of things, or little
it's
even
got
moments of like someone lifting someone up and kind of crushing their head or something without like major gore and shit.
And this is a movie that's based on a game that was a point and click game. Like, you point and you click, and like you move through cameras, and like you don't really it's there's not like a lot of substance to work off of. Like, I mean, there is, because all the books and spin-off games and everything that's come out over the years, but like specifically from those eras of games, like Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2, you're not doing much. You're very much like you're getting through 5 nights at Freddy's, and you're just surviving. Like, so like to come up with full-on plots and stories surrounding those movies and like that era, it's a lot to balance. And like, there is lore to work off of, but they're definitely taking a lot of liberties in some areas.
I feel like it's funny how it's just the plot. They can't even tell you. It just says anyone can survive 5 nights. This time there will be no second chances.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even the plot at all.
It's not even the plot at all.
It's like that doesn't even.
It doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to say too is like this is a movie of like a lot of references. Like, you know, if you're a long-term fan, or if you're like really invested in like the series of the franchise, like, you're gonna go into this film and you're gonna see things all over the place. Like, that's really all I really wanted to say with that Ballora and the baby like mention, is like, those are things that like fans of the series who know this stuff are gonna be like, yes.
Also, you know, I think their headline, one of the other things I wanted to address with this is that they're headlining like people like, you know, Matthew Lillard and like McKenna Grace as like people in this cast, and it's like, they're not a cameo, they're not just in one scene, but like they're in like 2 basically, and it's just
scene
like,
pack wise, you can maybe get 7 minutes out of them, but like
not even that. I would say, I'd say like 5. McKenna Grace probably a little bit more than him, but
yeah, I don't know.
Matthew Lillard's the one they're actually pushing more, and I'd say he's in this less.
Yeah, he's only in like maybe 2 scenes.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, he's in the beginning.
And even that, you have to wonder how much was his stunt double.
Right, how much is a stunt double and how much is really him.
Because I feel like a lot of that was probably a stunt. So I was just like, wow.
But being said, the 3rd movie is all about him. Okay. But also, he's rotted and a corpse inside of it. So like, how much of that are you going to see Matthew Lillard, and how much
him voicing or something?
You know, exactly. Is it going to be him voicing him?
Yeah. Doesn't he voice like Shaggy on Scooby-Doo and the animated stuff sometimes?
Yeah, he is Shaggy in the original
Scooby-Doo movie.
Movie as well,
exactly. Yeah. But I guess he has, you know, voice work experience.
And he's the Scream killer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the original.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in the new one, I guess.
Well, that's what I was saying was like super misleading, is I was seeing articles like Matthew Lillard like starring in like 2 horror like Five Nights at Freddy's, and then in a couple of months Scream 7 or whatever.
That sounds like articles not knowing what the hell they're talking about. But I
think they are kind of promoting on
the way that they make
poster and even stuff like that too, and trailers and stuff where it's like he's, you know, like we said, not cameo where it's just in one scene, but basically 2 or 3.
It's not like a major plot of that, but like
not beyond 7 minutes with either of those characters. Probably closer to 5. So, it's mainly Josh Hutcherson and the same characters as the first, right?
Yeah,
it's basically just following them.
It's setting up a few other characters like Michael Afton.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about him yet.
Who was a creepy fuck. I mean, I knew from the moment he showed up, I was like, holy shit. Like, I think you might have heard me say it too, like in theater. I was like, oh fuck. Because this
It was kind of creepy.
this is the guy that causes a lot of fucking problems in the later film. Like
I feel like towards the end, like the plot and stuff and like the script, how weak it was, like even he started to become a little one note. Like, whereas I was a little intrigued at the start.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it just started to kind of become, like, the villain sort of thing of, like, crush them henchmen. Like,
Yeah.
kind of walk out or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, it's like, you know, when he was standing there at the beginning, like, when they first introduced him, he's just, kind of, like, standing there, like, not saying anything, but just, like, kind of, like, blank face or whatever. I was like, okay, this is kind of creepy, or, like, this is kind of creepy. So, like...
Again, this is where it comes in where I said, like, it's, like, kind of Scooby-Doo-esque, where it's, like, you go to the abandoned location, like, with, the crew, and then, like, the fucking creepy guy, number one, comes out, and it's, like, is this guy the bad guy? Yeah.
But, like, I feel like that has, like, a specific tone or something. But, like, obviously this tone's going to work for someone, you know? Like,
it's going to work for somebody and not work for everybody.
Exactly.
And, again, it's diet horror. It's horror for kids. It's not, like... You're not getting The Exorcist or The Poltergeist or, like, a classic Halloween movie. You know, you're getting... like new horror, you're getting modern horror, and again, there's good things about this film. Like,
did a lot of jump scares in this.
That's
too.
another thing I liked. I don't think I like jump scares.
I don't either.
But I think that
I think it's just
movie,
cheap. But I probably don't like them also
because
they always get me. Like where I'm just like.
For this movie, it's important because that's what Five Nights at Freddy's was.
Yeah.
It was just a game about jump scares. It was literally purely a jump scare game.
Yo. Well, it's like most of the time, like, or I feel like sometimes even it doesn't bother me as much, but like, but like I said, I think it just shows that they did a good job with the audio and stuff at least. Because
they did it a lot in this movie too, but they also didn't
because like
do
we
it
talked
at
about how
points
it was
that I thought they were gonna do it.
That too, like they could have actually done it at better points, but I think they chose to do it more at cheap points.
Yeah,
and like. I don't even think it would have gotten me otherwise, but like we talked about how it was turned up to 10. I could like it's like suddenly you just get that like that there's that musical cue with it usually too of like or like whatever, you know what I mean, like where it's like it's more intense or whatever, and it's just like you can feel that like in your seat like when they turn it up to 10 like how they did today like we talked about, and it's like I'm sitting there like where it kind of makes me go like or something, but I'm just like this isn't even like a freaky scene or anything.
It's
like,
just the loudness.
Yeah,
of it
exactly.
got me,
like that gets you.
which
so
is cheap.
Good with the audio, but ultimately it's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Where they're just trying to get like your body to just kind of react almost, like not even your brain, like where it's like it's not legitimately freaking you out. It's just kind of making you just react, you know. But some people like the jump scares.
Yep. And again, that's what the game was about. That was originally what it was. So like I think for this series
it works.
It works. It works for me. And like I don't like them usually.
Yeah.
Like if it was any other movie, wouldn't be a fan of it.
That's a good insight to have with it too. Because like I personally just don't like that in horror movies, but like you said, that's what they do in the games.
That's literally what the games are.
So I think that would make me have more of an appreciation for it, or just not bother me at least. Like if like I knew that.
Yeah.
Same thing with like how I said to you, I was like I thought that was kind of stupid, but like I think that is actually one of the better scenes. Like we talked about, like when he had the mask and he kept putting it up so they didn't attack him and stuff like that. But like it actually. After it all played out, was a pretty well executed scene.
Yeah,
it is just a little goofy that like that
mask
somehow stops them and stuff. But it's like, hey, it's actually a pretty good use of like using the game's mechanics.
Yeah,
and,
that's literally like the mechanic of the game was.
But
flash
actually, kind
your
of
light to stop
having
Foxy.
like an intense scene with all these characters. That
one thing I thought was weird. Not once did he press those buttons on the fucking wall, and I was like. Those buttons are sick. Those are exactly the same buttons that they had in the game.
Really?
Like, to a T, they look identical. And not once did he press them. And not once did they use them at all. And I was like, okay, so then they had them there for no reason? Or just to, like, I mean, not no reason. Of course, you want to showcase the game. And it's
Director's cut.
But, like, I wonder if there's maybe, like, a scene where maybe he does press them and, like, it just didn't fit the pacing of the film.
Cut.
Yeah. The Cawthorn cut. Get on it.
Even though he didn't direct this.
Yeah, even though he didn't make it.
The writer's cut. But I'm trying to think. So, any other positives we got to say about this, or negatives?
I was gonna ask, what do you think is the silliest scene for you?
That beginning part.
Yeah, that beginning.
But I love that at the same time. Like
I do too.
I said to you, I was like, I wish the rest of the movie was
It's
kind
just
of that
it's campy.
bad.
It's very
Yeah.
campy, and I think that works to a degree.
Mm.
And like obviously, it's like it's gonna be one of those moments that people are gonna be in the comment section being like, "What the fuck?"
Sometimes, but sometimes you just gotta lean into, like, if you were shit, like, just lean into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, where, like, I think they should have just done that a little bit more with this. And I don't know, maybe, like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think they should have done that. I got a little excited with hope at the beginning, like, where I truly thought, I was like, ooh, this is going to be, like, even worse than the first one, like, but, like, in a really bad way. And then it actually, like we said, like, I actually kind of liked it more than the first one at the end of the day, but not, still think, like I said, it's kind of a failing movie for me, but I really did not like that first one at all.
I thought you said it was passable.
The first one?
Oh, the first one. I thought you meant the. Sorry,
No.
sorry.
Yeah, this one.
This one was
I think is
passable, but
passable. Yeah,
the first one
exactly.
was failing. Yeah.
No, I think this one's failing too. It's just this one is closer to being passable. Yeah, and I think this one actually has aspects I can go, I did like this, or I did like this. The first one, I can't even tell you anything I liked about it. Like, I really can't. And I think that shows of how I didn't even remember, like, her, like, what's that character? I keep forgetting her name too. Vanessa, yeah, I keep forgetting her fucking character.
Yeah.
She seems pretty important,
I mean,
too,
she's the daughter of William, the killer.
I keep forgetting her, but she's just like a bland character, whatever. They're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And then how they ended this with her.
She's got crazy eyes.
Yeah, how they said
his
that.
Friend.
Then I felt like that was them
and I don't want to spoil it for you, but, like, I guess I will, because it doesn't really matter.
Well, I feel like that was them kind of stupidly, like,
in Security Breach, she is, like, a villain.
That's what I figured. Well, when he said that, like, how he kept, she got crazy, how they kept saying that, I was like, okay, I feel like now that they kept saying this, she's gonna become, like, crazy.
So it's been nice seeing her being a good character, but, like, this is ultimately building up to her being a bad.
You definitely know that's gonna happen after Josh Hutcherson's like, get away from me. Like,
yeah,
you can't be
it's
with
definitely and now that she's possessed.
Yeah.
Especially now that she's possessed.
That ending seemed so abrupt.
It did. It seemed like out of nowhere.
Abrupt, like, where I was kind of like, it's over? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Kind of good.
I liked the post-credit, though. The post-credit with William turning on was... turning on William.
Excuse you.
Yeah, thank you. Fucking... Springtrap turning on.
Yeah.
Being activated.
It smells like shit.
Yeah, weird. It smells like a rotting body in here.
It's kind of heavy.
Weird.
Huh. It
looks like smell that?
It looks like there's, like, actual eyeballs and, like, teeth behind there and shit. Like,
it's
rotting
fucking
flesh.
Gross.
It's, like, really heavy,
Blood
too.
coming out of here? That's weird. Yeah, well, put it in our attraction. We'll be using that in...
But that was definitely the silliest scene to me. It was that beginning part.
Oh, yeah, the parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't think there's really much else to say about this, really. You know, it's something that if you're a fan of the series, you know, you're going to go see anyway. And, you know...
If you're a diehard fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, you'll love this movie.
Yeah.
If you're...
And I'm glad that people are going to see this and get enjoyment out of it.
Even me, like, somebody who's not a diehard fan, but who used to play the games and, like, knows sort of some of the lore, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty passable.
What was the range you said you thought it was in?
About 6 or 7. What?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
6.7 or 6.27?
I'll give it like a 6.7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only because I really friggin' like the animatronics, dude. I think that they did such a good job with going practical. I think that needs to be a fucking staple in modern movies now. And, like, I'm mad that most movies don't do more practical effects. It's mostly, you know, CG.
Yeah.
This movie benefits so greatly from being
And there
practical.
could be so many better movies that are so much better than
even
this,
with the movie
that could
being
have
as
used
silly as
practical
it
and been
is,
even better.
I love seeing these robots walk around and just be. I don't even care. I don't care what the scene is. Like, I just love seeing them on set. Like, the moment they take the stage, they steal the show. Like, I don't care who's talking. All I want to see is them move around and do something.
I thought this guy's name said Han Solo for a second.
Han Solo.
Han Soto. I thought it said Han Solo. But yeah, and then there was his friend, Josh Hutcherson's friend or whatever. How he just randomly came in to save the day or whatever.
Out of nowhere. And then they didn't restrain him at all. They just let him go.
I love how he just there's so many plot holes in this, like I was saying. One of the things for me too was how he just punched that guy when he ran out, and he was whatever, and I was like, you don't even know what's going on right now. Why did you just punch that person?
This guy could have just been picking up fucking CDs or some shit.
Exactly.
You have no idea what the fuck.
You don't know what he's doing. Why'd you just
ran up and decked him?
So many other plot.
He's gonna get killed in the next film. You know that, right?
The biggest plot hole thing to me, the thing that I just laughed at and was that's just ridiculous and so stupid, was that bike thing. When she.
Yeah, the plot hole of Freddy. And
like I said, it almost confused me where I think,
it's weird.
There was not many people at our screening, so we kind of were talking to each other a little bit at points. Not too much, though, but and just quick things. But I think it was also because I needed to do that, not knowing some of this stuff we were talking about. So, I mean, that's a good thing to know going into this, too, is that, you might be lost, even if you've seen the first one going into this, like I was, of what the fuck is going on, and who are all these characters and shit like that.
Literally, just do yourself a favor and find the most
YouTube video,
recent video of Matt Pat's theory, and just go watch it, because it's gonna summarize. And don't even watch the whole video. Just watch 5 minutes. He'll summarize everything.
You're gonna get the first couple of games at least, probably,
100%,
which will get you caught up.
And that'll get you caught up to everything you need.
Movie, yeah.
And you're good to go in.
That's what I feel like I should have done for this.
Honestly, it would have been probably a good idea, because you would have probably noticed a lot more.
But there are going to be people that see it exactly like I did, so I guess it is good.
It is good to have that perspective.
Sake.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said the things I liked about it, a lot more things I disliked about it. And it's just ultimately kind of a forgettable film to me. It's not it didn't piss me off. It's not so you know what I mean? But it's just it's in that, to me, it's more that 5 to 6 range, I said, where it's so close to almost being passable, or something that
I think you'll really like the third film.
Okay.
Because the third is where it starts to get into horror, like genuine horror.
Okay.
Not as, I mean, we'll see if they decide to do that in the third movie. The third game for sure, but the third movie, we'll see if they decide to do campy still.
Yo.
Because that seems to be their default. But
it does seem to be what they keep doing. Just her having her best buddy show with the things that just baffles me with these movies. Or
remember
whatever.
The scene where she falls through the trapdoor? Her body she lands on the trapdoor and she falls, her body limps and falls down into the pit, and then the marionette comes out with her body in its arms, and then that shit was so baked. I was I mean, it's really fucking cool looking. Don't get me wrong. It looked fucking cool. But it also just, I was what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah. At the very beginning.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fried. It's just, I don't know. Ultimately, I guess we're basically wrapping it up at this point.
Yeah,
or I'm trying
definitely.
to. But, the fans are going to go see it. And they're going to like it, probably.
They'll love it.
If you're like me, I think you're going to be a little confused, and maybe it's going to be an improvement on the first, but ultimately it's probably going to be just kind of similar, but slight improvement, maybe.
Go see it in your local theater and support movies.
Yes.
And theaters everywhere.
And also, I think if you're gonna go see it in standard or something, you're not gonna get that sound. Kind of like I was saying.
Very
so,
true.
Like,
it might be worth finding.
It's gonna be even worse for you because to me that was one of the only positives, and I think it was a big positive for this man as well.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
So like that's something that we can both agree on with this. So like if you definitely want really good with that, I think you should go in that direction with this movie.
Find
as
some
well.
RPX
Yeah,
if you're going to
go
Regal or
IMAX
IMAX or something that has good speakers.
I don't
If you
even
got
know if
a
this is
local
playing
theater
in
with that.
IMAX, but it might be playing in other deluxe formats, but go see it in like RPX or IMAX or any deluxe format you have, and and as always, as people should do, form your own opinion on this as well, and tell us in the comments how you feel about Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Yeah.
If you feel like I do, if you feel like Marty does, or if you absolutely loved it and you thought it was a 10 out of 10 and that we're completely far off base with this one.
Hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion, man. Even if you're wrong.
Saying. But you got to respect other people's opinions.
Absolutely.
In order for them to respect yours.
Absolutely.
So, and I respect all opinions. So, as long as you're not a dick about it and like,
yeah.
Well, yours is. I think it's 10 out of 10. So you're
don't incite conflict.
You're trying to start something right now. What are you doing? But as always, Pose, thank you so much for watching this one. We appreciate you joining us for this Spoiled It for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And if you want to message us or follow us or like us, you can go to YouTube and find us at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV Studios, Facebook at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV, Instagram at 2poseandapod/BorgesNL, my personal page, and Grill TV Official, X at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV, TikTok at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV, and also you can listen to us on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, CastBox, Good Pods, iHeartRadio, Overcast, and Pocket Casts, as well as pretty much any other podcast platform out there.
We don't even listen to half of those.
We don't even. We haven't checked some of those, so we don't even know if we're still being actually uploaded to them, but we should be.
We should check them.
My RSS feed, it should be sending out the beams to all the other
beaming
things.
Beaming it right to your Tesla head mine cannon.
Exactly. But thanks for joining me on this one, bro.
Dude, thanks for having me, bro.
And thanks for watching us, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Peace, bros.
Peace.